Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show, my people. Billies our hope, so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. Is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect on selfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to be obeyed. And all the things that must happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Billies, yeah. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play a role, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling? It's the show with no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show, my people. Billies our hope, so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. Is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect on selfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to be obeyed. And all the things that must happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Billies, yeah. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice of opinion and place your calling.
Good morning, Billies. Welcome to the WUB Wake Up Billies Morning Vibes. Monday morning, the 18th of May, 2026. We hope you're up. We hope you're great. We hope your health's in excellent shape. Your vibes positive. Your energy is high, and that you've got a big morning that we can fit in. WUB Wake Up Billies Morning Vibes. Billies' premier morning conversation live on Creme Radio and on XTV. I'm your host this morning, Mose Hyde. Always give thanks to be able to sit here and have strength and health and life to engage with you. And of course, we want to welcome everybody to the house, listening to Creme Radio, watching XTV, to those getting us via our apps on the various devices. And of course, if you're getting us on social media, welcome to the show, live streaming, of course. And to those getting us via simulcast, it's great having you on board. This is Wake Up Billies Morning Vibes as we start the new week, and we start off as we normally do. We've got your warm-ups, which means we've got a bit of morning news for you. But before we do that, we turn to the National Meteorological Service to find out what kind of weather we're going to get today. They're the experts in this. We've got forecaster Michelle Augustin to lead the way.
Good morning. Surface observations show no rainfall occurred across the country last night. Augusta east to southeasterly airflow will continue to support warm and mostly dry weather. The forecast is for sunny skies with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers, if any, are likely to be isolated. High temperatures are expected to reach about 90 Fahrenheit along the coast, 96 Fahrenheit inland, and 83 Fahrenheit in the hills. Overnight temperatures are expected to be about 83 Fahrenheit near the coast, 74 Fahrenheit inland, and 68 Fahrenheit in the hills. Winds are from the east to southeast at about 10 to 20 knots with occasional higher gusts. Sea conditions are expected to be moderate, becoming rough at times. Therefore, operators of small crafts are advised to exercise caution. A high tide can be expected at 10:20 this morning, and low tide occurs at 2 minutes after 6 this evening. The sun will set at 18 minutes after 6 this evening, and the moon will set at 8:46 tonight. In the outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night is for continuing warm, windy, and mostly dry conditions. And that concludes this morning's weather report and forecast produced at the National Meteorological Service. For more information, you can log on to our website at nms.gov.bz or on the Belize Weather app.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989, Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
And now the news. Residents in the south were involved in a confrontation with police Saturday morning north of Placencia, where a heavy equipment operator was carrying out works on the beach using an excavator. It was at the same location where the contractor built a road into the Placencia Lagoon to extract material rather than placing the excavator on a barge. The Department of the Environment said no situation curtains were used and the contractor was ordered to remove the road. The material was being used to fill 3 erosion-impacted parcels owned by Seaboard Holdings, whose director is listed as former Government Minister Marcus Pat. Residents began gathering to stop the works, after which St. Bite police arrived on the scene. Officers ordered the group to disperse, declaring it an illegal gathering. However, the residents refused to leave. They argued that the works contradict recommendations in a recent erosion study for the area. Christine Small said the DOE allowed the works to proceed nonetheless.
I wish you would fight for your fellow Belizeans. I wish you would fight for your fellow Belizeans. That's a shame. That's a shame. No. No. Oh no, well, we are not moving. Yeah, same how you threaten we. You need to go fire. What about the little people? What is gone? You know where we're left? Nothing. And who was this is public access. This is public access. This is public access. We are not leaving. This is an injustice to the peninsula, the Placencia Peninsula. They are destroying our homes. They are destroying our beaches with these rock walls. The science have proven that this is not okay for our beaches. It's the wrong way to fix our beaches. The science has a conclusion with a recommendation, and this is certainly not it. The recommendation was we should pump the sand that is out in the water, and all the sand is right out front of our peninsula. Pump it out to shore, and that is how we can fix our beaches.
Officials say there is no known moratorium on the construction of seawalls or dredging in that particular area, and all that is required is a permit. Chief Environmental Officer Anthony Mai summarized the findings and recommendations of the erosion study on the entire peninsula from Riversdale to Placencia Point.
One of the solutions that was presented by the expert was to do what is referred to as beach nourishment to deal with the erosion issue. So the expert said that basically the entire peninsula, about 72% of it is, in terms of the coastline, is under some form of development. And based on current trajectory, by 2030, the entire peninsula, in terms of the coastline, will have some type of development on it. And of the 72% that currently has development, 70% of that has some type of erosion abatement structure in place. And so what the experts suggested, also, well, they studied the erosion in terms of where the sand went, and they said that the sand from the beach is within a 15-meter distance from the shoreline. So the erosion in terms of the sand moving from the beach is right offshore, the Placentia Peninsula. So their solution is to say that, listen, just get a small dredge, a small baby trash pump, and just re-nourish the beach with the sand that is within that 15 meters away from the shoreline. So they refer to it as a beach nourishment solution. But they were very keen to say that the approach has to be engineered properly, and it has to be done over an extended period of time if it is to be successful. And according to the expert, based on the models that they have done, if the beach nourishment activity is done correctly, if it is engineered properly and implemented properly, the Placentia Peninsula area would not have to go through the beach replenishment process for the next 10 years or so. And they said that because they believe the data shows that the wave current, the wave energies within that particular area are not that strong. And so if you nourish the beach wide enough, long enough, and if it is properly engineered in terms of its sloping and everything, that they believe that it could sustain maybe for over the next 10 years or so. And they also recommended that the current structures that are on the shoreline and that individual property owners had installed could remain on the shoreline and just cover it with sand, so that they also act as protection and provide stability for long-term management of beach erosion.
Also included a budget, and authorities must determine where they can source the required funding. Special Envoy for the Development of Families and Children, Wasana Briceño, on Saturday made an urgent call for the establishment of a national register for sexual offenders. Her office wrote that the identities of convicted sexual offenders should never remain hidden, while women and children remain vulnerable to sexual abuse, exploitation, and violence from the very institutions entrusted with safeguarding them. Briceño noted that the increasing number of allegations against people in authority, including educators and police officers, requires urgent national response to ensure greater accountability, transparency, and stronger protections. She added that her registry would help in preventing repeat offenders by providing information to families and communities. With the hashtag Call Them Out, Briceño stated every child has the right to feel safe at all times, especially within the environments designed to protect them. In the Americas, the following countries have national sex offender registries: Argentina, Bahamas, Canada, Chile, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and the United States. In the case of Jamaica, the law passed in 2009 requires that information be released only by request to the register of the registry. Likewise, Trinidad and Tobago's registry is not available for online search, unlike the United States and South Korea, which publish full online databases. The US database is searchable by name and location and has the most extensive tracking system, requiring registration anywhere from 15 years to life, with check-ins every year, 6 months or 3 months, based on a tier system. Other countries publish only partial information, but most keep the registry private and release information only on request, primarily to the police, child protection agencies, schools, and vetted requesters. The World Health Organization on Sunday declared the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of the Congo a public health emergency of international concern. However, it does not meet the criteria of pandemic emergency. The determination allows the global community to take necessary preparedness actions. As of May 16th, there were 8 laboratory confirmed cases and 246 suspected cases, with 80 suspected deaths in the Ituri province of the Congo. Separately, 2 laboratory confirmed cases, including 1 death, were reported 24 hours apart in Kampala, Uganda, with no apparent links to each other. 4 healthcare workers have died in the affected area in the Congo. However, the WHO says the true number of infected persons is uncertain at this time, and they believe the outbreak is much larger than currently being detected and reported, with significant local and regional risk of spread. Additionally, there is limited understanding of the epidemiological links with known or suspected cases. There is no vaccine for the current strain of the virus named Bundibugyo. Neighboring countries to the Congo are considered at high risk for further spread. The WHO says the event requires international coordination and cooperation to understand the extent of the outbreak and to coordinate surveillance, prevention, and response efforts. For now, the WHO is not advising any border closure and travel restrictions for states that do not share land borders with the Congo and Uganda. It notes that when this is done out of fear rather than science, people start using informal and unmonitored border crossings, increasing the chances of disease spread. Likewise, the WHO says entry screening at airports or other ports of entry outside the affected region are not needed. The hospital de Melchor de Mencos, located in the border town across from Benquevejo, is reporting cases of measles and is advising residents to ensure that they are up to date with their vaccination schedule. They note that it's particularly important for children, pregnant women, the elderly, medical personnel, people with underlying conditions, people who travel, and those who live in areas with confirmed cases to ensure they are vaccinated. For persons who are unsure of their vaccination status, one dose is advised. People who display symptoms such as high fever, rashes, cough, and nasal congestion are advised to seek medical assistance. At least one case in Toledo reported last month is linked directly to travel to Guatemala. Dr. Cecilia Eck. The celebratory and homegoing mass for Dr. Cecilia Eck will be held on Thursday, May 21st at St. Martin's de Porres Church at 10 a.m. in Belize City. In lieu of flowers, the family is asking that donations be made to World Pediatrics Belize, an organization that Dr. Eck belonged to. The account number is at Atlantic Bank 100-282551. That's the end of our morning news update. We'll take ourselves a small break. When we get back, our live conversation will be opened right here on Creme Radio and XTV.
Informative, accurate, current information. Crem's newscast. Local, regional, and international news. Weather and sports.
Nokshe Adventure Park came about from the birth of COVID. Everything was on pause for tourism. So we decided, let's do something different. We got 10 bikes, 10 ATVs, and we were just doing ATV tours. Shortly after, we were approached by the cruise lines. We agreed to work with them, and from them it just started growing. We set up the chocolate tour first, and then from there we went into the culinary experience at the different Mayan cultures. We have like the gift shop, the cooking class, the shaman, and the healing, and it just all came together. When you reach a certain point, you need investors, you need partners to come into your business. Atlantic Bank does make it easy. Even my 7-year-old could do it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Stay connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1. go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribe areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
And welcome back to the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, Monday morning, the 18th of May 2026. And you know what happened. Once we've finished the news and give you the weather and all of that warm-up stuff, when we get on, it's time for conversation. And just in case you don't know what that means, it means now's the time when you're supposed to call. Because that is plan A. Getting you on board and engaging and hearing your thoughts and views and concerns. That's the formula of this conversation. You're the plan A. In the event you are not here, then we have to proceed and jump in and present, but it's not a sermon, it's not a presentation. All right? It's my space for power reason. The telephone number for you to do that is at 280-5848. That's the live line for you to participate in the conversation. We want to hear your views and your thoughts. Repeat the number at 280-5848. That there the conversation happen when you call in. While we wait for you to figure out where your phone is, but we have a call. Good morning, WB. Good morning.
Brother Mose, good morning.
Good morning, Sir Torres. How are you doing?
Well, Brother Mose, I'm ready to get you.
How come? I'm hearing you well.
All right, thanks very much. Thanks. Good morning again, Brother Mose. I call for say that, again, me thinking, whatever the cost and replacing historical beliefs that this swing bridge, my friend, it now will reduce today's road space congestion, you see, and much worse when you look to the rapid volume increase of movements. Has it ever come to mind, well, always the thing in this area, to widen southern foreshore and place one bridge, like from Cockburn Street, onto between Baron Bliss and the ones customs, you see? I just the thing. And then I want also salute, for quite some time, the road engineering layout or pattern, my friend, applied not too long ago, maybe 1 year ago, or you say, at the intersection of the Western Road and the known Coastal Road, thanks to Mr. Errington, for initiate the idea. But I know and forget calling constantly. Once I was privileged to constantly, 20 times a day, constantly calling Rise and Shine on the need for the no design. For the no design. I used to press it. But they never place one divider. But nevertheless, also the no design at the the previous the no design at the Philip Golson Airport, the previous intersection, you could ask if they keep statistics. I don't know why the statistical unit keep records of road occurrences, you see, so that we stay abreast, you see, and adjust to suit, you see. But the previous one, my friend, you could ask, was culpable of causing grief and sorrows, lack of deaths, lack of injuries, you see. Why make all the other intersections, but no, they never do it to Lord's Bank, to Boom, then put some expensive wrong thing, expensive, and the volume they blow you and stop you they intrude on a main thoroughfare and allow minor thoroughfare. Enjoy your drink there, Brother Mose. But you say the one at the Western and the Coastal Road, know that when volume they increase, that don't design are ready for electrical signals. No expense. But with that wrong thing where they put there and they start to put plants and start to block the view of facing vehicular traffic. We know the thing for tomorrow at all. Poorly believe. Anyway, Brother Mose, I really appreciate the time. You have anything to ask me, Brother Mose?
Yeah, I don't think I do. I hear you. You've always been a anti-roundabout guy. You're staying true to.
Yes, until I died.
All right. Noted, sir.
But I peruse the Mandela, not gone through it good yet, but glad for all, I won't say I'm glad, but good for know that, or glad, whichever suits, that then they tackle the problem on the sargassum. Very, very, very good. I like that. I like that. Anyway, Brother Mose, there's nothing else to discuss. Thanks very much. Have a great day, Brother Mose.
All right, sir, Torres. Give thanks. This is 5 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. The telephone number 280-5848. And just as we always remind you, Plan A is you. So get your phone, call in, and make me hear what you got to say on this Monday morning. While we wait for you to get in, let me just proceed here quickly on a... Okay, we have a call. Krem, good morning. Krem, good morning.
Brother Mose.
Good morning.
Sorry. Brother Mose, I like the call. I enjoyed the call.
So I met a friend of yours over the weekend, and he said that you are considering retiring from calling, and I just had to laugh.
That I want to consider retiring from calling?
Yes.
I consider retiring from getting up and go to work. But you know this radio, yeah? Maybe
I misunderstood what he was saying, but that's the understanding that I got. And I had to just laugh. To put it mildly, I was a bit skeptical to the report.
That report was lying to you. But I like the call just now.
You mean you're a fan of Mr. Torres?
Mr. Torres actually for a long time I never agree with him, but today I agree with him. Well, not with the roundabout, because I don't understand what kind of issue he has with the roundabout so much. But I will say this, Brother Mose. I woke up this morning, and over the weekend, I thought about this. Brother Mose, we're going to place 2 temporary bridges. 2 temporary bridges. Mm-hmm. Apparently, these temporary bridges will cost a couple $1 million too. We have paid to put them up, and we have paid to take them back down. So why don't these temporary bridges where we have put piles and all these heavy things now become permanent bridges? Maybe not for cars. We can understand maybe they're not going to car drive forever. But move the traffic from pedestrians and motorcycles and bicycles to the temporary where be the bridge. Because sometimes you ride for the bridge and people get in there. I don't know how brave they're brave. Not they're brave, but because I wouldn't ride my bicycle between one car and a piece of iron. We're not remote. I had to see myself being ground up like ground meat, chopped liver. But the thing is this, we are going to spend a lot of money to build this bridge. I am going to spend a lot of money. I don't know how you feel, because my money I spent to build it. And I think at some point, I need to have some input too. I need to call and say I don't like the idea, agree, or I don't agree. No, I agree that you want to put the bridge. I understand it, we need it, it's about time. We should have a better bridge, yes. But at the same time, why we going to spend so much money? We don't buy one property for $5 million to put a temporary bridge. Why did we buy this property for $5 million? And who does own this property? Who come up for $5 million? And you have put a temporary bridge there, you have broken back now. So So who own the property afterwards? All these questions, Mose, I am saying this because I want to get to this point. I feel that it is unfair how we live in Belize. Let's say Mose Hyde works for the government of Belize. Or most places you have to pay income tax. So Mose Hyde works whole week, they pay income tax. Mose Hyde decides I want to take my little income money and don't tax me for and go build a house. Mose Hyde pays GST for the house, to buy everything. Then when the house done and look pretty, Mose Hyde has to pay property tax and land tax and all kind of tax calls. And then when you go back to the shop with the little bit of money where you don't get taxed 4 times, man, but they have to pay tax again, Mose. No, Mose, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Why are we paying? As a matter of fact, I didn't even know when you said they have a tax that they call a death tax. You don't pay it, you don't pay it, your family pay. You understand me? Then you have to buy it.
So a question, Kalimur. I got a small concern about the temporary bridges. Like, I don't know the extent to which they are consulting and engaging with people. I think they might have had a kind of what we'd call a public meeting. If I'm not mistaken, there was a public meeting of sort where they invited people to come and talk about these projects that they're doing, in particular the bridges. I have a concern. So if you're putting up a temporary bridge, so for example, the only previous experience I have with this is when they were doing the replacement of the bridge down in Punta Gorda, right? And what they did was essentially just full in, because at the time they wanted people to go way wrong, and there was a kind of pushback against that. But you can't put a temporary bridge that is only there to accommodate vehicular crossing, because you have a bunch of fisher folk who live up more on the Halover Creek. What would you call that? North. You would say more north or northwest of Belcan. And they, you have a marina, in fact, that is on the northern side of the Halover Creek, where there are many boats. And so I'm thinking, whatever bridge you put, temporary bridge, at both Belcan and for the swing bridge, you have to make sure that boats can go underneath of that. And that suggests to me that that's a significant investment in a temporary bridge that you're going to break down. So that's problematic. I don't know how they're going to go around that. I assume they know. I assume they have worked this out. I assume they have engaged with these folks. No, I don't know it for a fact, but I have to make that assumption. And then it's very troubling. It might seem like a small matter, but the fact that they were not on top of the fact that how do I put it, that they were not cognizant that you had a BWS main pipe running under the Belcan. I find that extremely troubling. Like, that seemed like how the people who are in infrastructure, the people who are engineers, like, these are bright people.
The technocrats.
I'm not talking about the technocrats. I'm talking about literally the people who have the degrees in engineering, who are going to be doing this work. Yeah. Generally speaking, like, you can't go buy your degree in engineering. Like, you have to got something between the ears to become an engineer. So these are, I know they try to dash with the people and where this is what they do for a living. Like, I am of the belief that they are extremely solid people and know what they do. But missing the fact that you're going to main run under the bridge, like because I go under bridges. I don't know if you've ever been under the bridges, right? But because I like the sea, I done gone under Belcan and Belchina and Swing Bridge many times. I know how under they look.
I know how it look, Mose. They look scary.
So I'm like, how to miss that? Like that troubling. Like that's not something for your miss. That's not something for my 11th hour. Oh boy, you know that you don't have to like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. And then to be honest with you, maybe you think that I used to be a sentimentalist, but I feel like we have discarded and disregarded a lot of our heritage, like things were iconic to it. And the swing bridge, that iconic to Belize City. And so maybe it's, you say, well, the swing bridge has done its time, but I feel, and again, you could put me in the category of being a bit sentimentalist, but I feel like some preservation of that iconic look should have been a priority. And in 2026, it's very possible for them to have maneuvered around that, to completely upgrade the bridge, to completely restore it, but to preserve that appearance. Like, it's so iconically Belize. Like, it's, if you think about distinguishing features of Belize, it would be top 5 at the very least. You would have the lighthouse, you have the fishing boats that are adjacent to that bridge. Look at what we did with remember when we completely discarded the old market that we had there when we gone and we just build this big cement 3-story. Now it's it looks better. It's they've done a lot of work on it. It looks good, but as far as the imagery and the connection to some deep part of a journey, we kind of just dash it away. I understand, in fact, from where I understand that we actually exported the old structure. Somebody wanted it. That's my understanding. Somebody actually said, "Oh no, they dash that way." No, I want that. I think we exported it. Somebody paid for it and wanted it. Again, this is not to say that the bridge doesn't need a whole redo. But if I were in a room of people who were discussing that, I would have been a vote that said, hey, can we preserve it, the appearance of it somehow, since it's such a distinguishing mark, iconic for that matter, for Belize. But that I think is water under the bridge, no pun intended. We are where we are. I don't know what kind of quality temporary bridges they're going to put. I hope they understand that boats have to go under it, and that's going to, I guess, drive up the cost. What a thing, man! Yeah, and I can't help but think about the months and months of vehicular traffic congestion and frustration. It's going.
Well, Mose, I want to tell you something.
Yes, sir.
I believe a lot of people believe that our Prime Minister is a total idiot. I don't subscribe to that notion. I think our Prime Minister gets some good advice from people who tell him things will kind of make sense. Because, for example, you're working on the Northern Highway, you're working on the Western Highway, and now you're going to work on 2 bridges at the very same time. You know what I see? I see us called in traffic hours, the bond gap. Just the bond gap. Some people want to get on the AC, some people want to shut down, open the window, but some people are still right there, have the AC on, and wait. Because if you no it's going to get sticky. If you ever Mose get up the morning and try to go over the Belcan Bridge at a certain time, you are regretting. You either get up early or you get up after 8, and then you go when the influx of traffic is died down. You understand me?
I am honestly always impressed with the fact that we have very low, at least reported cases of road rage.
Oh, that's high, Mose.
No. Wait. People cuss up on another, showing another middle finger, but road rage, homicides, that one thing.
Oh yeah.
That states, right? That one thing. In fact, you got a lot of videos of the nigga caught live. I think like Florida, I believe, based on statistically, is one of the places where we got the highest level of road rage reported violence. I find that we are very, we get frustrated, but Lord, give thanks we don't reach to that level, because.
No, we don't.
Why? Because they don't like we got lot of courtesy, because boy, some people do some rough things.
Yeah.
Some rough things like people do some rough things.
Yeah,
but we might get pissed off, but we still control ourselves. And I hope that this continues, but boy, then it add one level of pressure upon we with all of these things happening simultaneously.
Well, Mose, I want to tell you this.
Yes, sir.
I think that we are basically a victim society.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to go home and cuss and say, what the hell am I doing? But we kind of like just blame somebody. We have to wait. We don't realize that by coming together, we can make a difference. We believe that if I go say anything, not change, not like we don't have enough believers that believe that there is strength in unity and the power.
From what you have described, from what you have
12 away, turn 120 away, and then it turn 1,200 away. The powers that he starts, nobody go over this way. Nobody make sense. Pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the beginning, we just, if I could do, I can't change stuff. And no one believes that I can say stuff. I mean, I get up the morning, a lot of people meet me. I actually, yesterday I was somewhere and somebody just heard my voice. I said, hey, you know call the radio. I listen to every man. And I was like, no man, I never meet. Until the person, I like person, then I was like, okay, I mean, I don't know if intentions full.
You're a dishonest person, Colin. You're a dishonest person.
I can't hurry when I look at the house until I light me up to it. No. But I will tell you this, Mose. Everywhere I go, I'm thinking about a problem or a solution to a problem. For example, I might say something quality second. I notice I love Western Dairy's ideal. I really do. I enjoy it. I go home, I buy one fire kit today, I put in a reprise that when I don't unwind and sit down and get home with the Western Dairy, and I enjoy that ideal, man. But I recently noticed, like my ideal bag, they're really small. Her small. Wait, but bag looks smaller. I know we believe that, Mose. If you sell we something every day, and one day we watch the thing and say they get smaller, like the crystal bottle, they look like they're longer, but something different. Yeah. I feel like getting it cheap. Anyway, with the Western Dairies, I enjoy it so much, I didn't realize it was putting on heavy foundation around my waist. So if they want to cut down on the sugar on the ideal, wouldn't be a problem. But when you start put the amount of milk or whatever they put in the neck when you freeze it, and you take it out of the refrigerator, just start doing so with your finger and it's done like what? Hard ice cream?
No,
I noticed that. You have the chance to me.
I have to confess to you. So, Roots Bedrin, where I know, I remember when he come to me and say he want to start selling patties and he need to get a bicycle and whatnot. I never certain the brother serious, but anyway, the man did get a bicycle and the man start selling patties and whatnot. So, proud of the brother. So, about 2 weeks ago, I bucked the man and I said, yo, I noticed the man no got patties, whatever. The man said, I have to back off and sell the patties because the cost of the ingredients gone up. He said, but people,
I don't want to raise the price.
People know if I raise the price, the people don't want to stop by. So I just have to come out of that business. So I said to him, no. I said, the impact on people choice will be greater if you raise the price as compared to if you reduce the size. That's my feeling. So I tell her, birds, no raise the price, just small in the patty. They want grumble, but people make choice based on how much money they have to take out of their pocket, right?
Yep.
So if you have to raise the patty from $2 to $3, it impact sales. But if you cut down the size of the patty by 30%, again, they want to talk about you, but they want to continue buy. So that's why you know that. That's why you know I understand your pain, but they are not the kind of things where we are an experience. They are not the kind of choices where business people will have to make because we in the early stages of one serious crisis. And people might misunderstand when you say that we enter a crisis and say, but we go through some rough things for a while. There are levels to this, bro. And based on everything where I read, brother, like nothing where I read over the last, like I think I go searching for the optimistic reports. I go searching for the optimistic predictions. But often when I read through them, I realize nah. When I go and check, nah, this is somebody where they force something here. Like for me, I can't disregard the amount of legitimate analysis where they get done, where they say, you know what? We the in our you know what kind of pit. And
I could say it was the shit has hit the fan.
And so
and it's sprinkling on me.
Over your ideal, but that you could live without your ideal.
Well,
there are things where you can't live without, brother.
I would much rather pay a higher price and not get cheated.
That was cheated, brother. How that cheated? How that cheated? No,
I feel like you think you know you.
So you think I advise the brother for?
Notice I pay attention to things like that. Wait, this thing not taste like how it was taste before. Wait.
I never say for make them. No. Hold up. I never advise the man to cut back on the quality of ingredients. You know.
Yeah,
I tell the man to cut down on size.
Yeah, maybe it might help her, but trust me, if I am in the buy and I notice just like your thing up and dice, well, at times make I go and dice and stop by your thing too.
Well,
because it's not fair. Now, I will tell you this, folks. I enjoy a breakfast at the Belmore. It costs a little money. I don't do it every day. But every now and again, I enjoy it. And I don't care if it's $40. I don't care. Because I like it. I will go, I will bore it, work harder, find the money and do it. because I don't feel cheated when I have breakfast at the mill.
So 1 month, so 1 month from
cut a car on me.
So 1 month from now, when it's $62, and I'm not saying that
go.
I'm okay.
I will still go.
All right.
I will still go. I will still go unless when I go that mountain, everything gone for there and street inside. Well, I ain't coming back.
All right.
You know why? Because I don't think I'm stupid. I want to pay on them. I know the thing gone for there too. Yeah, all right. I'm not going to buy it now. Yeah, I don't buy something. Because, listen to me, brother Buzz. I will tell you this. When my favorite tacos first tell me, you're not get 2 pork tacos, $1 anymore. You pay $1 for what? I love the tacos. Come from Orange Rock, for real. And I love the way how they mix. I love everything. And I drive way that corner, drive just to the stop. But I'll tell you something. Minute, you tell me, and I know I get the tacos, I enjoy the tacos, but then I feel like them eat no corn and stay away. I feel like they take off more than what they put on.
That's what they talk about. That they talk about food. Or give me an opportunity for do one important announcement. Where I want to start out the show with. You know, like when they say planting not eat like rice. Planting not eat like rice. Right now, the zinc we go through it. We know everybody they go through and they go through. Advertising has been greatly reduced, and we know bend down and we know go up on our knee for no advertising. So understand we have to figure out ways and means how we want to keep everything there, keep everything on and try to survive through this. So we know we are not of the view that we there now going towards 60 years because we are the smartest managers and smartest business people. In fact, until right now, I am definitely not. We there after all these years because the people they have looked upon us and have always been there for support when we call, and that's why we're still there. So I say all of that, brother. Know that you give me the beautiful opportunity. If you say that coming up on Friday, we are going to be doing first of many events. Friday the barbecue. And we're going to do the barbecue right back here. And one thing I could tell you about the barbecue, even though the fundraising and even though you say you think that, just saying, when they want to know about the barbecue, you know, they know about microphone, they know about camera, they know about run them out. We also, like you, Brother Kalimo, we also believe that the food is nice. So, trust me when I tell you, if you don't come support me Friday at the compound, and you need to order several, because we got, we will tell you right now everything that where we that call everything ital. If you don't come support me Friday, then I know you're not there with me. You just want to use me. You like call and hear yourself and get all the popularity and make people tell you, yeah boy, we hear you. But you're not really into it like that. You're not careful, so we drop down the water. Now I know that's not the case, you know, Calimore. But I make sure that you know that it's clear to you what the stakes are. No pun intended, but we not got no stake. But we ain't got things where you want, like make sure you come from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. You could call me and make sure you order your things, because when you want your coin and then things sell out and then kind of thing. Friday Panic Compound, Friday coming May 22nd. So, how much of them thing you want?
Well, I think we have
no stammer. That very discouraging. No stammer.
Wait, man, I think we have to get 4 where they are for one time.
Okay.
And then throughout the course of the day, when I know that, well, you know what, I want to support Mose and buy more. But I don't put in the order
for what? Where you want? You want 4, and this is the first time ever we do a live sale. On bear with the listeners and viewers. You can't vex with the try survive. So you want 4 chicken pure, but for 12, we got a chicken with sausage with a combination for 16. And if you want it, you want extra things, you know, Cullimore, we could discuss.
Yeah.
So we want 4 chicken.
I want 2 chicken and 2 pork. Yes, because I like my pork.
Why watch that? That's right, you just don't listen, Cullimore, you just don't Cullimore, you just don't make all the rasta and turn off the show and switch and go on another show. That way you just don't do. We don't got we got Italian sausage, but we don't got no we don't got where you to look for pork chops and all of them things. No ribs, nothing like that.
Well, I want to take the thing the whole day, man. But I definitely will be there supporting people.
All right, my brother. So I got.
As long. Listen to me. When it's a fundraiser and I support the car,
yes,
I might tend to not complain. But if I buy a barbecue and only get 130, and you will hear me call the radio back on Monday and criticize the barbecue because you see the size of me, man, 130. I never ordered the kids meal. I ordered a grown thing at 130 and they cut it to me. So,
no kids meal for Cullimore. Why watch that?
No, you don't give me 130 I want to have problem.
Wait,
but I got them one.
Listen, on that note, I just want you to know that I know in quality control for the barbecue, but I got great trust in the people where they manage it. Money might big up yourself. So if there is a problem with the number of flour tortilla, the man where you have to call and put your blame to, Money might.
Well, yeah, you tell me Money mic number, make sure I got it. Because if I got it, so I'll ring up here.
All right, respect, but I gotta go. Yeah, man.
I gotta go too, man. I gotta go, yeah.
And we encourage all of you to come out and support the barbecue this Friday, right? And support all the other things that we're going to do, because we can't just rely upon one thing to keep the boat on the water, right? The days are struggle. We know that everybody have to try see how they keep afloat. It now get better. Unfortunately, I know say we're better to come in the sense of the things that we will have to confront. Things outside, things inside. It's looking like a lot of headwind. We are take a break, go to 2 cents come. Later on in the show we have a brother from the south, Ewart Garbett, is scheduled to join us at 8 o'clock. So tune in for that. We're going to take a break, come back.
WUB, and this is XTV, and we're inside San Pedro and we're talking sarcasm. I gotta say big respect to our sponsors, 4 Point Security. Alright, if you can see behind me, when you see how the sarcasm is building up. So guess what, let's go find out the people in 2 cents and how they feel about it. Alright, on the island.
Really, it's affecting the industry of tourism. It will affect the islands and couple islands inside. I believe mankind is the main cause of sarcasm. We use too much pesticides that eventually goes to the river, eventually goes to the sea, and that makes the sargassum pop out and produce more faster. There's a lot of ways of solving this problem, finding solution or making energy out of sargassum. One of the great examples of this would be Mexico. Mexico, they're doing complete out of sargassum. Mexico is trying to manage it. So far, they're doing a great job. I think so the island need to unite more with people, calling people out to help cleaning on the beachfront. And sadly, as islands, we could solve some of the problem. Not exactly everything, but at least we'll be better than anything.
Yeah, you're 2 cents. So your question of the day, how you feel about the sarcasm as a visitor?
It makes me too happy, but I deal with it. It's okay, I understand that it's going to come in. I can think different times to come here, but that's what I like to know.
Shendy, how you feel about the sarcasm?
I don't mind it. It's annoying, but it's not going to make me cancel my trip. I've seen from people's posts on social media that they have canceled their trips because of it.
Now you're 2 cents.
My 2 cents.
That's it.
This Mother's May, celebrate the woman who makes the house feel like home all month long. Great deals like 15% off bathroom and kitchen fixtures from Moen, Hansgrohe, and Duraflow. Plus 15% off Hispasensa tiles, Stormguard windows, and 40% off Sunlight windows. And 15% off Berger paints and huge savings on clearance colors. So come in to Habet and Abet or Brothers Abet, call us or WhatsApp us today and make this Mother's May one to remember. Happy Mother's Day to all marvelous moms.
Nokshe Adventure Park came about from the birth of COVID. Everything was on pause for tourism, so we decided, let's do something different. We got 10 bikes, 10 ATVs, and we were just doing ATV tours. Shortly after, we were approached by the cruise lines. We agreed to work with them, and from then it just started growing. We set up the chocolate tour first, and then from there we went into the culinary experience with the different Mayan cultures. We have like the gift shop, the cooking class, the shaman, and the healing, and it just all came together. When you reach a certain point, you need investors, you need partners to come into your business. Atlantic Bank just make it easy. Even my 7-year-old could do it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Stay connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
The Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing hereby advises the public of the commencement of works for temporary bridge crossings at 2 locations in Belize City. The first temporary bridge crossing is being constructed near the Belcan Bridge, extending between the Belize Water Services Limited (BWSL) parking lot on the south side and the vacant lot adjacent to the Save You store on the north side. Construction of a second temporary bridge crossing near the Swing Bridge between the Bottom Dollar parking area and Regent Street West is scheduled to commence during the week of May 18, 2026. Works at both locations generally include driving of foundation piles, placement of bridge girders, construction of reinforced concrete deck structures, associated marine and support works. To facilitate construction activities, barges and other marine equipment may be positioned within the Hallover Creek and may remain in place until work is completed. The temporary bridge structures are being constructed to maintain public access and traffic circulation during the planned reconstruction of the Swing Bridge and Belcan Bridge later this year. MIDH advises all mariners and users of the Hallover Creek that active construction zones will be in effect at both locations. As such, all marine vessels are hereby advised that a no-wake zone will be enforced for approximately 200 feet on either side of each construction area. Operators of marine vessels and all users of the Hallover Creek are asked to exercise caution when navigating through work zones, observe all posted signage and safety instructions, reduce speed and comply with no-wake restrictions, remain attentive to construction personnel and equipment, extend courtesy and cooperation with workers on site. The Ministry thanks the public and the maritime community for their patience, understanding, and cooperation as we work to modernize and improve the nation's infrastructure. For further information on the project, please contact the Project Execution Unit at 614-3195.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures. Customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter. Smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights. Distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
right, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Believes Morning Vibes. It's Monday morning, the 18th of May, 2026. And we have a guest, but before I introduce my guest, there is something I need to correct from last week. I failed to do so before I left on Wednesday, and I intended to do it this morning, but you know, but a tourist, but I call him more than jump on me, and that's just the way it works. I have asked my esteemed guests to allow me just make sure they're on a record. So anybody that's been listening to the show over the past couple of weeks, last week and a part of the week before, I've kind of gone on a presentation or kind of position more where I've been saying that at the very least there should be a deeper commitment made to increasing the level of electric vehicles where we got Parry Road, in face of where we face at the pump, in face of where we deal with this global disruption in our oil supply, and that this ought to teach me a lesson. Number of nations around the world define this as the kind of, you'd say, switch partners moment. They said we have to give up on the old way, we have to embrace the green way. And so I feel like that now we're supposed to have that movement take place now, I believe. And we have, it's not to say that we have not had these conversations going, but naturally for us, we feel like the government should lead. So I was advocating that the government should be the leader in this regard, like completely eliminate the usage of fossil fuel vehicles in the government fleet, in all public departments, top to bottom. That would be, I think, an obvious way for set the bar. But one of the things I also advocated for was that we're supposed to do some drastic reduction in the duties where you pay upon EV vehicles. And I actually had somebody call me during the break Wednesday to tell me, well, there has already been a significant reduction in duties paid on EV, and that they had reduced it from, I don't know, from 50, 60% down to 10%. So that has been done, and I failed to make that correction before I left on Wednesday. And I just want to thank my brother for reaching out and sharing that information and helping me to be more accurate. That's beautiful. And so I respect the fact that that has been done. I think that I still stand behind that government needs to lead, that while that is a very good start, the reduction in the duties on electric vehicles, I want to stand behind that. Government should right now just say, that's it, we done. You know, I'm going to say, I done with that old partner, I'm going on to something new. Well, we've done with that. Because we understand that this is such a windfall, and getting the tax off for the fuel, there is the skin in the game for the government not being too excited about the possibility that all of it go electric. You could figure out your taxation, but you can't have the productive sector so exposed and so crushed by things that are outside of our control just because it does good for your public expenditure and ability to fund your projects where you have. At the end of the day, as a single employer, we understand the government leads the way. It's number one, I think, as a single employer. But if you put the productive sector together, what they represent insofar as the livelihoods that are on the line, the employment that's on the line, come on. Everything has to be done to enhance the chances of the productive sector. Having this reality where we are looking at the possibility of diesel, which is the fuel of production, it's the fuel of agriculture, it's the fuel of transportation. When you have it, Rupa, you have it. Trust me, we still not reach Rupa we for reach, and no Rupa we for reach. Rupa we not want reach, but Rupa, all hours are pointing to a level of misery because of what they go on with the conflict in the Middle East. So I just want, I'm not going to reopen that conversation, not now, because I have a guest, but I just really wanted to say the context in which I was kind of speaking loudly about one of the things that needs to be done has already been done, and I'm happy about that. Respect is due. Now, with that said, I have my brother from the south, and generally his reports are never going to be maybe mountains of joy, because very often, not because he's not a brother that wants to do that, he wants to bring great news, but more often than not, once you come in this studio, once you come in the seat, it's because things not moving how they're supposed to move.
That's one way to put it, Mose, but I'm definitely sure that by being here, it paved the road pretty soon for me to come out with a lot of good news.
All right,
so I want first and foremost say thanks so much for this opportunity. I always say the voice of the voiceless, and as real as it be, Mose, get better and straight up how you talk, how you present, and what you've been doing, nothing today, nothing yesterday, but don't care as young as you're young, right? And the next generation depend on people like yourself to lead us and lead the crowd, lead everybody, this nation. But I must also, as we talk about lead, I want to big up the leadership, amazing committee, the Placencia Village Council, leadership under Warren Garbutt. And I know I can't continue to call name because you get in trouble if you miss one, but all the councillors and also in extension, every citizen that is a Placencia and believes, I always think that councillors in the sense you got to play a role, you got to back your weight.
St. Bite has been involved in
St. Bite guaranteed. I was St. Bite River, what is it? Placencia Peninsula, St. Bite Riversdale, Mr. Aleman right there again. We have Miss young lady up in Riversdale. Sorry about that, I get me thought, but bottom line that is, we need more leadership. We really lead in the sense this document that the village council have put out is very comprehensive and very simple in the sense of layman term, giving us numbers as to what these people is doing with this illegal dredging on the lagoon side. It's illegal now because you get a permit and violate, but everything where you could violate, you violate not halfway, but double, sometimes triple, right? So we leadership have really went out and
for the benefit of the people who are not up to date on what a permit allows you to do and the things that were done which were not are not permitted by the permit. So you could have a permit, but the permit has restrictions, it has limitations. Just for the sake of the listener and the viewer, in what ways was the permit violated?
To start off with, just to break it down, the permit was granted to go out 150 feet, right? They went out just over 600 feet out to water. They should dig not deeper than 6 feet. They went easily 13 to 16 feet deep. The boom was three times the length, almost. And all of this violation that they broke directly in a broad daylight was not even a slap on the wrist. Now, when we went out there on Friday, after we understand that this thing is going on, and the DOE did come out and we said that we'll meet and negotiate. The negotiation was very simple, saying that these people got caught in violation. Listen to what the contractor himself, one of his representatives said, was right in front of us. He said, yeah, we know when we can't get the 4,500 cubic yards, which the permit granted them, with 150 feet out. So all we did was continue walk out till we find the good sun, not going back and saying the way how the permit should work is, even if it didn't reapply, to figure out, okay, I couldn't, this permit only give me 150. If you get what I need, I have to go out 6. They didn't do that. They just business as normal almost. They've been operating for donkey years, doing the same strategy, doing it broad daylight, no matter what, and people not say nothing. We say, but we're reaching a new era. But the point I'm giving now, it's unfortunate. It sounds as if we're negotiating coming the way over the weekend. But I see some of the posts and we're negotiation like what we are do with the remaining 171 load. Because they already reached their 300 load, they only short at 30 more, etc. Most the last time I checked when you violate whatever law, I know here you're in negotiation with how you still continue your job, you get charged. And this same contractor me did a funky just the week before that. The same contractor, me the out that what we know as Earl Key down the Pelican Range, me get charged only, well, we hear that they get charged, we didn't even see it. Just as this permit right now, the leadership of Warren Garbutt and team, they asked for see the permit, up to today, they don't see the permit yet, Mose. I understand, yes, I know it's in same by constituency or proper, but it's Placentia Peninsula,
I think
and we work in harmonized.
I think I saw it this morning that the permit was actually
posted. Okay, cool.
I don't know if it's somebody independently.
No, that's good, and even the contractor said it's here. I have it whenever I did see it.
Okay.
The point I'm giving, written the same document I sent you from the village council. In that very thing, they said they did not get the contract. But get it or not, I still don't think the mining unit or the government get what the people of this nation is asking for. They're asking for leadership when it comes to taking care of the environment. Man, we don't know, they don't do all these scientific study. And fortunately, we have people there who was gathering the sun on Friday, test the sun out and see the particles for a certain size. I don't know scientists here. And they said the size of the particles that found in that location wasn't compatible or wasn't required to go on the ocean side. So we say, well, make we get this right, give we little time for make we figure it out and how best, because trust me, climate crisis and erosion crisis are not involved in that, but this thing real. We don't stay there with our hand tied and do nothing. But if we do the wrong thing, we have a lot to lose, if no more. You know, so
overall, the erosion is a serious problem.
Big time.
But the solution has to be well thought of. That's the
you know, just dump it with another problem. And I must say with this now, but I just want to stick one more. I big up the whole crowd, Christine and the crew when they out there for Saturday. Stand tall, continue the next generation. They're right then, I'm there with you know. And it was Isela from Riversdale. Sorry about that, Isela, I never mentioned the name, but really say your leadership, stand tall, Mr. Alleman, Warren Garbutt. And the point now was talking about fixing the erosion or trying to find out, because no matter how good the scientists sound, the globe have no cure for erosion. We have treatment. We have things that we could do to mitigate. They have right now up on the table called beach nourishment, right? And I think I must say, on my personal view, I think there is a lack of true leadership when it comes to even this conversation. You got DOE, and I was present with Mr. Ping right there. When the same guy who lead this study, who have came back and said, when I do the beach replenishment, I remember sitting in our very first meeting, and I said, Mr. Ping, after listening, because I try my best to listen, I like talked about trying I listen as well. So he was able to make a stand, and I understand his position, to say that, guys, we do need some mitigation, whether it be rock, whether it be sandbag, whether it be coconut leaf. And also there's, I asked point blank, do you think then, Mr. Ping, is there a right way to do any mitigation? Oh, right now what we're studying is the replenishment, and he's very, you have to be political, right, because I think with his tongue, he could get sued by saying the wrong thing. So all I think, because of this whole political thing, it put the whole thing in a turmoil. Whereby, after big up Bryce, she did lead an initiative with the rock remover. And I was a part saying to them, I wasn't out there now one day in the sense of, I always believe in leadership. But I never really said that it was practical. It was something that we could reach and move them there. We should harmonize with energy in the real enemy in the climate crisis. How best now we could mitigate, and give my 2 cents while I have the lead and say. My least studies were not studies, but on the ground feel for existing on my property where my auntie left me on the beach at Punta Negra. Over 6 years I do this Mose. And my coconut tree, they're not in the water. Then I sit tall on land. And I try my best not to damage my neighbor to the south. But the point is that, imagine you imitate something or build one look alike. It shouldn't look alike. Like I give some point blank example. I always talk about the Sturtling. Beautiful resort. Nice manager, Mr. Martin Aku. Nothing against them. That seawall that was structured there by the same company. It's a wall. I always say seawall. I think even the term important. It's 90 degrees almost. Nothing that I've led. The initiative in Monk River. The one it's in Monk River, we have a 15-foot wide slope. It's 15 at the narrowest spot. It's expensive to do it right. But this project that is profit over everything else must be stopped. But my point I want to get them was a lack of leadership as to how best we could use the existing break. What now won't give wall, but the structure that they try to imitate the beach is completely out of whack. And somebody needs to step in before somebody get hurt. Because we all get hurt for the climate crisis. So.
All right. So again, just to go back to the concern you have, which is absolutely different. So if somebody violates the permit, in your view, then the permit has been broken. It's not like, well, we are. And what does the law call for? If you violate, is there a specific law written that says these are the consequences of doing this, of violating this? What are the penalties? What are the fines? What are the conditions of that is required by the enforcement arm of the government?
I think right away it's 5,000 if I'm not mistaken, and one right now we ask point blank, or is forestry, because where these guys ease into the same the barrier that they made, or the bridge, I don't know use bridge, but the growing that they went out 600 feet, they went through pristine mangrove. Forestry now get one thing, I got a channel right now by my marina, what I need to apply to get the permit for trim there. Not for touch the root now, just for trim there. They have a violation again, just for tamper with mangrove, I think it's 25,000. All of these things are just slap on the wrist, but these guys not even get slapped on the wrist. And moreover, instead they're in negotiation, are getting for them still 300 truckload, and then give the rest to the community. There should have maybe one statement whereby we said right there at that meeting Friday that give all the sun, not majority, I think it would have been like 70% to the needy community, and the rest you try best. With we had the scientist, Mr. Ping was on the phone with his advice, because the first plan was to put it right back to make the statement. Think about it, the guys know a burn fuel to put back that right the way me did. The damage was already been done. But we fished that area, we traversed that area. They would have left it with mung, for instance. And the boat, we're not talking about this one yet. I boat or the boat traffic hazard with that cars, just to run a boat. We had, I think, about 15 years ago at San Pedro, one in the same barge. Somebody running and dead, one guy have some influence with El Pescador. This thing didn't even have a light. So, back to the question about violation, there was no charge. It was business as normal, and people had to do what they do. People come out and stand up, they bring police and all of that. I just see it on your news this morning, you can't never up to speed to what happened. Police actually, they said that, Christine told me that Friday evening, Mr. Michael and said they have met and said that they would let the developer just go ahead and do it thing. So it's like, where were them and even some, how did these guys get the permit to start with? They didn't even do a site visit prior to, not that we know of, none. Sounding any way you want, Mose, and people stand up. You think that was only breeze? I tell them with this one, we don't want generational change, because desperate time call for desperate measures.
It's 10 minutes after 8, you were to take a break and come back. One thing, once you would call all the way from south, we try to touch as many things as you could touch in one sit down.
Definitely.
We'll be right back with more WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Ebert Garbutt, our special guest on this Monday morning. I know a lot of people who come in at the house for Monday.
I live at this at my house, I go nowhere else. Belize, always. So thanks for the opportunity, Mose, every day.
Respect.
The Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing hereby advises the public of the commencement of works for temporary bridge crossings at 2 locations in Belize City. The first temporary bridge crossing is being constructed near the Belcan Bridge, extending between the Belize Water Services Limited (BWSL) parking lot on the south side and the vacant lot adjacent to the Save-You store on the north side. Construction of a second temporary bridge crossing near the swing bridge between the Bottom Dollar parking area and Regent Street West is scheduled to commence during the week of May 18, 2026. Works at both locations generally include driving of foundation piles, placement of bridge girders, construction of reinforced concrete deck structures, associated marine and support works. To facilitate construction activities, barges and other marine equipment may be positioned within the Haulover Creek and may remain in place until work is completed. The temporary bridge structures are being constructed to maintain public access and traffic circulation during the planned reconstruction of the Swing Bridge and Pelican Bridge later this year. MIDH advises all mariners and users of the Haulover Creek that active construction zones will be in effect at both locations. As such, all marine vessels are hereby advised that a no-wake zone will be enforced for approximately 200 feet on either side of each construction area. Operators of marine vessels and all users of the Haulover Creek are asked to exercise caution when navigating through work zones, observe all posted signage and safety instructions, reduce speed and comply with no-wake restrictions, remain attentive to construction personnel and equipment, extend courtesy and cooperation with workers on site. The Ministry thanks the public and the maritime community for their patience, understanding, and cooperation as we work to modernize and improve the nation's infrastructure. For further information on the project, please contact the Project Execution Unit at 614-3195.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Welcome to Design Depot, where you'll find premium quality products from trusted brands, all in one place. Visit us today for quality products, expert service, and the brands you trust. Design Depot, all in one place.
Nokshe Adventure Park came about from the birth of COVID. Everything was on pause for tourism, and we decided, let's do something different. We got 10 bikes, 10 ATVs, and we were just doing ATV tours. Shortly after, we were approached by the cruise lines. We agreed to work with them, and from them it just started growing. We set up the chocolate tour first, and then from there we went into the culinary experience at the different Mayan cultures. We have the gift shop, the cooking class, the shaman, and the healing, and it just all came together. When you reach a certain point, you need investors, you need partners to come into your business. Atlantic Bank just make it easy. Even my 7-year-old could do it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
This Mother's May, celebrate the woman who makes the house feel like home all month long. Great deals like 15% off bathroom and kitchen fixtures from Mose, Hansgrohe, and Duraflow. Plus 15% off Hispasensa tiles, Storm Guard windows, and 40% off Sunlight windows. And 15% off Berger paints and huge savings on clearance colors. So come in to Habet and Abet or Brothers Abet, call us or WhatsApp us today and make this Mother's May one to remember. Happy Mother's Day to all marvelous moms.
Stay connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
Alright, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Mose Hyde is in the house. My guest this morning, Ewart Garbett. If you don't know him, just know that he's a defender of solutions. He's a defender of what is right. He's a defender of the right way. He's a defender of integrity. He's a defender of taking care of the environment. He's a defender of people working out solutions for defend and for support the interests of people. Grassroots, activists, conservationists, fisherman, tour guide, a man of the environment, one man from the south, one man from the peninsula, born out as a Padilla and then defend all these southern beautiful gems that we have.
Manufactured as a Padilla and born the Placentia. Anyway, Mose, but thanks, man. I don't take this lightly, serious, but really it's a great opportunity and thing to sit down on the seat. And for me, I just want for the viewers, for people who talk about the dredging up by Maya Beach area, for the fishermen there, we will catch all the snook back there, all the guys were carrying the guests go say all the Marante and we talk leave it because I want to big up Jamal. Watch out, and you don't have to say Jamal, everybody who never know about Marante have to understand and analyze the man put that on the map. I think Jamal, you stand tall in my book and everybody book, man. You don't have to say Jamal Galvez, because just Jamal. Your name Galvez there behind because you just own Jamal. You are the Jamal where we know and you really
Manante man.
Manante on the map. So Manante man, we big you up. And I say something where resignate big time and I reach right back to Jamal with this. Think about what is in this dredging for the people. First for the government. We're going for the government. But the thing was finance is an important thing. No government could run our country just have you say have a pro bono. So make we get into the permit part. $650 to get this permit. You want 4,500 cubic yards of material for otherwise 300 load, dump truck load of sand, 300 load. When you do the calculation, it's simple. For one truck load, right? For the government, he collect is $650. For we know we buy sand, I buy sand before. Run cheapest, I think I get going to wait at 5 back in at the time. Now we're at about 7, 8, nearly lean to 9, I hard to find. This contractor, I get it for just over $2 if I'm not mistaken. $2 a load. I understand the process have to get it, the machine with it, but $2, most the point where I give. If you don't got whereby something makes sense to your country, if you burn up $100 bill, you know, the start 1 cent. That's what we look like right now. For we minerals, we natural, we are the wealthiest, you know, for the small population. We always the beg, we always the song like we can't find our own solution. When I look on a pile of sand and I see the among the hungry people and people where they get shut up and people, I say solution can't done. And then imagine, even if I sell it for get value added, if you say that that's something where me benefit the everyday people. When you think now we're going farther, that they are bring back in Jamal. When the man say science based, that we have Placencia for we lagoon with a second in the population of Mananteno. But here what happened, we are the most disturbed habitat. For we Manante, that like the sickest, for we Manante, the vibes just alright, the bloodstream, the things they in and the blood we should have never did there. We say with the tourism that we would eat off and all. So I just say all of this to say that way I catch all my snook nose when I go down there behind my beach back is rich. So imagine all of this no make no sense. Because sense turn into dollar. So you know turn no dollar for nobody more than the same developer, the contractor, where they get a job and been getting the job, been breaking all the violation, been get so much money. And when we do stand up as a community, Christina, crew, everybody, we lose one salary for days now. We can't even charge the man after all the rate he have done. Now we're in a negotiation. I miss something. I really like what part this and that lagoon and so pristine. We talk about mangrove. And I give one a breakdown the way I see it. You see your engine, your vehicle got a filter. The oil filter. You put that on without any mechanic. Tell her no filter, go run it and say I'm to your engine. The filter for that one of it that you got see grass bed, but we go look on the green with the mangrove. We have contaminated the mangrove so bad. That too much thing we talk about, but the sewer that been promised to Placencia. It's about the previous government, because you know what face with red and blue and green or whatever color, red, white and blue. We've been promised this, they get over $1 million to do studies for a sewer system. Boy, I even in that lagoon, in that ocean, that lone sewer, Mose, autonomy given none at all to village council. A whole nother story that. When you see a developer come and they do a central building authority get rights to go 4-story, man spend $3 million, $4 million for that building, you know. That's how much you spend by, I don't want to say bad word, by shit. That's how much you spend by sewer. You got the same septic like me and you. Guys, at least today, I know somebody watch the show with the power. At least today, the next investor have to invest in the right sewer system starting today. They don't rob with village council a revenue earner when they with the water board and no give no sewer system. They dredge out the whole place, kill all the mangrove, and they look and say we into tourism. We don't know what part of tourism there. We beach there, road with this. We don't serious, but that's so I want. I really want to lick that part. The hardest level, charge this developer, make you understand, and one of the charge to me. I know people work on develop before. We have to stop developer and ask you this and ask your point blank. Stop, take the lick when the contractor come back to you and say, man, we in a violation, I might need this or I need to do this or I need to pay off that one. Sir, you told me it was 100,000 for do it, you take the lick. So next time when they come and shove the machine there, they might think twice. Because for too long, it's been kicking down to the investor. You know, so just really, we all in this together, man.
You had described last week when we had you on the phone live, when you guys were standing up on the peninsula near the site from the dredging. You were describing as well what had happened out in Funky. What's the latest on that?
Man, Funky, they had done a site visit, I think the very week, Saturday, I think it was. Usually like these things, low-level people like us don't really know and do a site visit. Maybe the same person I know, he drive off with the same contractor, go into wherever they go see this thing. But amazing when I carry you, I could be wrong, might not in the same boat, sitting in the same truck to go into the area. But I'm a broken Mose when I talk to one of my good buddy. I say, well, you know we stop me and they only me there 20% in. I say, Lord have mercy. Suppose I'm going 50. Because 100 the place me and maybe disappear. 20% in and it's devastated. For right now, it sounds like the whole, just as they did for a couple hours for this project. But more than whole, we're asking for a moratorium when it comes to things like this. And when they ask for north to south, we revive the people from San Pedro all the way to down south at PG. We need a moratorium for this kind of action. Sell my minerals for less than $2 for the thing while they destroy the environment. It just don't make sense. So from Kira, one of the things where we have guys where depend like myself, the commercial fisherman go there, catch them lead bait, the fly fisherman go there, catch them bone fish permit, etc. And these things, again, make we go back to the maths. How much people with this beautiful island really hire at the detriment of the environment? Make we follow the data. It just want to make sense, Mose. You know that makes sense, and we continue to push it. Continue to push these things that don't make no sense. But funky, we need a, well, I would like for you and DOE if you step up there. They should have, make I come out and then meeting, you know, DOE should have come out and then explain to we clearer, get to a better and say, boy, what you want to need there, boy, if you explain. Make I explain to you, based on this merit, why they were granted. Because so far, we just don't say it makes sense, none at all.
What has been the response? You say I know that you have created a bridge of coastal communities and concerns around coastal communities from San Pedro down to PG. What has been the feedback on the call for the moratorium, and what is the strategy in place to try to make sure that it happens? Because I know that you are not a believer in just sounding good or the rhetoric of it. You're a man who believes in the result of a thing. So tell me about that.
Oh, definitely. I'll start first with the Belize flat fishery. We have lead this deal when it comes to protecting habitat. The kind of Belize we're frightening when I tell people I won't believe. As beautiful as we talk about so much marine reserve protected area, do you know, Mose, that only 1% of habitat is protected in Belize? So being the steward, not just talking like, yeah, but meet everybody and make them understand this. To know vibes, we have one group with the San Pedro team. You know, like Danilo Sky or Rosaro. We have the different chat group that is organized and leadership. Mr. Billy, you know, different man from different era. They coordinate things together. And how could we energize and synergize all of that effort? Not against, for some reason, and this is one of the messaging that we're getting. We're really trying to educate the developer or the investor in investing in the very thing you say can invest in. So that narrative is first the champion that we're fighting nationally, to not be the stigma type for say, boy, I want to shut down Prime Minister. We're not doing that. We want to make you continue to get revenue for this beautiful country, continue to say development is developing Belize and is working with environment. But other funny commercial where guys they push out. I tell you, I applaud there too. The Belize fund in commercial, but in doing work on the ground, not it happen. So we just give you that back to where I give that there's coordinated leaders that know, for instance, that I tell you, we got each other number. I could dial, I could boom, we could move things without physically, you hear about the carbon footprint. We don't put a carbon footprint, we don't need to fly go to San Pedro. San Pedro don't need to fly go to the lagoon there to help we with that structure. Now with a one body. So we ask now the leader who take care of the whole body in unity, and we negotiate and do this thing, man. We need a moratorium for the dredging right now. You know?
Your thoughts, before we go to break, we see where there's been some effort after a long time for those some rescuing, and this is after the effort that you led down in Monkey River, and we see all the big officials and they walk down the Monkey River and all of that. What are your thoughts on what has been done? And also I get some disturbing reports that while that is taking place, there is still an ongoing underneath kind of encouragement to try to get Monkey River residents to move from there, maybe sell out their land and move out. That's some of the stuff that I've been hearing.
I know the end, I go start with that end one. I'm not too familiar with this selling. I know people probably move for different reasons, But all I hope not, because they don't find another Monk River, that's a special place, a place special to anybody who visit there. Some of the coolest people, the coolest environment, and entrepreneurship. Strive Band, the banana start there, commercial fishing start, then the people know they're big, then they get things done. So for me, I got some calls say, boy, you work, but I had not said nothing first time on River help. I tell them, that's great. We don't need what we have done as a community. The purpose, Mose, when you plant a seed, because they went there, they never call me, and they see what we have done, they don't even say it. They see it. So from that, whatever I lead, I want to plant the seed of continuity. I want to lead the seed that government help. By this Libal, you think you will do something? I show you how to do this thing. That's the whole purpose why you wake up. That's the purpose why I was in Mount River 7 months leading this thing back and forth and bam, but that's the reason. So any movement when it comes to save community, save the erosion, I did with it 100%. Am I 100% with the technical way they have done it? That's another discussion. In reality, it's good for you to follow up and see it for yourself. All I say you should do a site visit and check it out. This guy, that the same man over the talk about get a contract, applaud him. Cool. I just tell you that there is science behind certain things, and there's a licensed gun, and I know gun kill people. That we will use it. There is rock there. Okay.
My question when I look at what is being done is that it seems like we treat symptoms, but we don't treat the root cause, because from my understanding, the root cause is in the river. And if you don't address that like, okay, you want to continue, have to do what you do over and over. That's just from my understanding of the problem.
That total, Mose, you can't say it better than that. I have a friend from Dangriga as well, and when you talk about Pinara River, you come back to Monk River, the mining that they're doing, it's without any mine. I don't know why they call it mining. Mining means simple now. Remember the mine, the nature of what we need. The building, look at this simple thing. Like, I love study erosion in other Florida. I think that down in by Punta Gorda area. What they're pushing now, and you think that about 2 years now, then discourage them to make you invest that big money right on the water. I deal with not to move people from Monk River, but I not see we make any Monk River people and stay there for forever. So I don't want to mix up that. But think about right now, Maya Beach and the whole area. For we government look like, I give overall, we'll push the biggest resort, like go and invest a million. Where they get the sand from for the house? Where they lay the blocks? Where all anything come from? Because somehow we not see the bigger picture, the whole big picture that we the cause a lot of these things. And there's a lot of eco-friendly or nature-friendly ways of how to do things. We excavate the river like never before. Mose, and the point where I want to give you like with Monk River, there is no way the place will come back to how it used to be. We have more river now, more farming, more damming, lots so much sand gone, but we could mitigate. So sometime when I applaud the effort, but we haven't found a cure. This is a treatment. And treatment would continue to need treatment. So I applaud the treatment. But somehow when you hear it, because this time only back and forth, I go with some of the people who support the initiative say like, hell boy, like, we never do nothing or this. No, we find the cure. I tell them, no man, we find the sparks to make something greater happen. And I believe in government. Government is there to help the people. But the people got to keep them awake, and that's our duty. So applaud the effort that's been done. A lot to be studied there.
We're going to take a break. It's 8:35. This is the WUB, Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, Mose Hyde, and guests here in the house, regular guests. So, once we got better life and we got strength, and he could pay that fuel. Because man don't like that virtual thing. Man like the eye in the flesh. So that, once you could handle the fossil fuel costs, make it. We deal with it. This is our Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, Monday morning, 18th of May, 2026. We will be right back.
Prepare for the sweltering heat with a Ream AC unit to keep you and your family cool and cozy. Get the recommended BTU for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save some much-needed cash with an inverter unit, which provides superior energy efficiency. When the heat is on, stay cool with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Ream. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Now that we have the new water system, it has improved the lives of these people a lot.
The life of my village get better. Now we have our potable water in our house.
الشال شقيل بال بس استخا أقري شديش لقاها أوسشيك ما نقليها عن قتيو أم أوسشيك وانكوش مان كمان نشبانكو تهنا كوشيك استو ألقاها نقاشوك شقوكا نكوشيك شقوكات بس نحقانك أوسشيك بياك.
I thanks for the minister to help us for drilling this well and give us the pump.
Right now, I see my village is getting good. I see water system, I see road, and we have our health post there.
We want to say thanks to the government of Belize, thanks to those that were there for Machakila, and we truly appreciate the support that is given.
Nokshe Adventure Park came about from the birth of COVID. Everything was on pause for tourism. So we decided, let's do something different. We got 10 bikes, 10 ATVs, and we were just doing ATV tours. Shortly after, we were approached by the cruise lines. We agreed to work with them, and from then it just started growing. We set up the chocolate tour first, and then from there we went into the culinary experience with the different Mayan cultures. We have like the gift shop, the cooking class, the shaman, and the healing, and it just all came together. When you reach a certain point, you need investors, you need partners to come into your business. Atlantic Bank does make it easy. Even my 7-year-old could do it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Some hands do more than carry. They prepare, they fix, they comfort. They keep a home moving in ways few people notice. And even when the day is done, they are still thinking of home. For the months of May and June, we celebrate the hands that hold the home together, offering you 25% off on tiles, lights, fans, ACs, gardening supplies, and more, both in-store and online. Thank you, moms and dads, from Builders Hardware.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
This time, what can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribe areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
All right, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Mose Hyde is in the house, and I'm along with General from the South, Ewart Garbett, here with us this morning. Ewart, always enlightening, always inspiring. Once we have you here, listeners and viewers, I'm sure when Ewart there, it's well worth having Ewart.
I like how you put that. I appreciate it. Come on.
All right, so we got some of the video and photos that you wanted to show, dealing with illegal fishing, dealing with erosion, and dealing with sargassum. You line them up in the sequence that you want to touch on it, because we do have very limited time remaining.
Yeah, we could just start with the sargassum, that either, you know, we could just say that, or the erosion. Any which ways they come and they all come. Yeah, that was Placentia right there. The erosion was devastating. We see a beautiful beach where we known for our guests come from mainland.
That would have been high. That would have been high. That would have been high tide. Yeah,
no, this is the craziness. It's a low tide.
That low tide.
Low tide.
That's a Placentia proper.
Placentia proper, right in front of Elysian. That's so Elysian.
So no beach, not there. Like,
no man, no beach not there.
That a low tide, birds?
That low tide of the pan. And right there sort of front of by the touch. We have some of the best breakfast right there, Miss Jody and crew. But that right there, so the whole thing front of Elysian go to Myanmar.
So, but how much would it look pan? But how much normally from one low tire you may have out in front and in coconut tree? They look pan.
No
like
man, we don't talk no coconut tree route. We don't walk out easily just not long ago. We out at least 70 feet outside.
From there, normally?
Yeah, easy. You can run the beach, man. Same time you run the beach.
I
no beach today.
No beach today.
None at all.
And that happened how quickly?
This, well, we catch with a back to back, you know, you never play, start right after, I think like before Easter, you say, well, at the after Easter. Like we say from Easter to now, a constant grind. Because when the north then stop in February, so because north kind of stop here early, you know. So from then, and even in the north, what we noticed that we did have some very irregular high tide too. So you come in like with like I'm gonna tell Mr. Cliff when I come in there, somebody tear the calendar, look like when they try to stick them back and put different months at different spot. Now everything mixed up. So we know they get that consistently, as everybody knows, so we don't have to lament on that. But that way it look like right now. And to me, the crisis here, that the lack of meaningful leadership on again. If you just take sargassum or erosion for the day when you could see it, how when the beach big? You hear how much issue about it when the beach come back, leave it more, like saying that, you know what, now we're doing mitigation while it's out there. Because to me, easier, this is my opinion, the way I see
this
it.
guy upon this video.
This what are the Kongs thing. I'm about it right out there, so with the, this is just one of our fly fishing angler. I want to save that one for it. Anyways.
Let's hold up on the video, leave it there, and make
talk a little bit more about the sargassum.
Okay,
this right here, I don't know government issue. This we know the point no finger up on no government NGO. This is a crisis where we know unique to just we. But if when you lead, you really need to lead. How could you coordinate effort, awareness, and togetherness in the sense of knowing we are in this together? And we're not in this together when we smell sargassum. We're in this together when the beach pretty and clean. How we could keep it clean, you know, so.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning,
yeah.
Brother Will.
Morning, Brother Mose. Morning, Brother Ewart.
Yes, blessed morning, Will.
Yeah, man, I just want to, like, you know, thank you guys for the work that you guys are doing, and thank XTV for the work that it's doing by giving a voice to the people of Belize so that they could hear what happened. You know, Balekale Moore, I hope he bring a crate and left it at the zinc there. Kapalika Tales was served with the lunch, right? That happened. That will be our donation. But back to this thing, you know, I just had to plug that. We here in the south, well, the country of Belize, I mean, you must be applauded for really, you know, really bringing all these people together. And I want to applaud all the Belizeans, man, and the non-Belizeans who step up and say, you know what, we got to do something about this. And we got to bring pressure upon the OE. You know why they call the next day? They may don't put out a statement where say we are trying to go tomorrow, but if not, we're going the next day. Then they give the man time to continue his stupidness, a crime against the environment. Like this DOE, my brother, they facilitate crimes against the environment. So, I mean, you know, they got a cool minister and everything, but you can't just be cool and having crimes being committed against the environment, man. This is out of control. I mean, you are something so dramatic happening was that like they kill a man, right? Right there, they kill a man, right? I believe today. The commissioner said we are dealing with that 2 years from now because right now we're being still the fun. That's exactly what they're gonna. Crime against the environment happened, and I mean the reaction was just like, yeah, well, you know, okay, and that's come on, man, let it go. We'll get to that. And we, the people of Belize, we are the ones who have to bring the pressure upon the people, right? And right now, make a switch on my hat to the People's National Party hat. It's the only political party with a sustainable development platform, and time for make Belizeans wake up and say, look here, we could see something else besides PUDP. We could see a different color between red and blue. Because Warren Garvin right now, if he run under any, you don't have to be PNP, any other ticket besides red and blue, here win. I want to not have to run for PNP if we don't like PNP, but run independent, run for another party, and Belizeans have to stop this foolishness. And then they talk a lot of things, and when election time goes, they go and put the same X for red or blue. Come on, Belizeans, time to wake up. All right? Okay, let me continue your work. Thanks very much, Mose. Have a wonderful day.
All right, my brother.
Bless, Will.
Give thanks.
I want to add one little bit to your scene of crime where the criminal act. The man even they figure out how to pay back the man for bullet. How far? Because the man still get the sun. You know, so
still the facility.
Yes, man, definitely.
But finishing up on the matter of the erosion, with times they get squeezed out. Just your final thoughts, you may put that together before we talk about the illegal fishing quickly.
Yes, and again, I big up the village council. Again, they have they went and with Mr. Ping and they do a scientific study, etc. But while we wait for that, all I really want to spend the time to know that let's go harmonize and figure out what we could do. Why we can't even be proactive when this thing they tap away. But what we could do for be active, for at least continue to sustain what exists. DOE, please, you will come out right now and regulate some. I don't want to do it on paper, probably, I know you hear about it, but regulate some of the existing structure. You know, realistic that we could physically back there and move them. But it must have a pretty good slope. It must be wide. But if you copy the beach, make it look like the beach. That's the bottom line for me. Make it look like the beach. If you copy the least you could do. And people investment there, and make we advise the next investor before you build that for storage and take the same sand from the very place where the sand they get pumped from to help your beach. Sorry, you don't have to build that big. Build like I believe in right now. Build nice and easy, simple. Make your footprint be smaller. Make it be more because we always say mostly about when I encourage something with the people then to move. But we need for them to move in the right direction with these bigger Cancun style building on the beach. Then they could slow down and they kill the rivers. But I want to move on to that and say we're not just unique to be the only one suffering from this sargassum, from this climate crisis. But one thing we can't do, that suffer in a silent and suffer by yourself. In a unity, we could bring everything. And I think no government alone, no NGO alone, no people alone, but togetherness, we could take care of this. No right way, no wrong way more than togetherness. That's the way how we got to get it done. I want to touch base more with your permission. We go ahead with the illegal fishing where they kill way.
Yeah, man, got you.
For most people, for the fishers, man, for the people who depend on belong to one thing, healthy environment that they would need. We need the environment to feed with family. Think about what the fisheries department have done, and this is because of science, because of study. But me and Mose have a good conversation there, and one of the man bring up straight to the point, because intelligence without integrity, the chaos, total chaos. We know the data can come, but see if this make any sense. You tell fisherman, Belizean fisherman, the one who law abiding, we do have some bad one. Then the one I won't even want to call in the Belizean. Then they not qualify for we. But the point that I give, the law abiding citizen, the Belizean will stop. We take off them fin just off. I think that right around Easter, the season close, which would have put away nearly 2 months, because it closed July 1st, right? It closed nearly 2 months. So lobster don't close, conchs don't close. The only thing not closed than the fishers way of life when it comes to expense and a picnic, they go to school, they have to pay their mortgage, blah, 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 engine broke up. Is it fair to have a closed season and paper when we have zero enforcement in the very area? This area, the shore of Cocosolo, there to everybody in the south, the Placencia, Monkey River, Punta Negra, PG, all we work the whole area right up Hopkins Man and all come down sometime. But the bottom line would give that this one day we get it on camera, but it happen every day. My friend gone, they come back from the Zapadelo case, see one boat deck load with product heading over to Puerto Cortes when they see how they come, because he come in a big enough boat moving fast. So they probably think the enforcement, like, and they probably not used to see enforcement to start with. Anyway, when he gone there and say, I'm not about the dive, you see the lead door already in Cocosolo? Yeah. When the man pull up, because here right, we look for permit, right? And the scanner look for the rays, and behind the rays, you find the permit there, we got some bone. When he zoom in at the water, he see a blue bag. Only if you pull that up, because I don't know then they do conchs, so a whole bag of conchs. You can leave it more, one another bag of conchs. He got, I think, that 3 in and no time, and he there with the guests. And the guests are not coming for do enforcement, they're coming for relax. They're coming for catch the fish of a lifetime, their trophy. But instead of my body, they do enforcement there, while we have all the blue fun and all of these amazing meetings where we have the fisheries. And I know they call out my body for fisheries, I just say give. If they don't have the amount of resource that usually they cry, But the poor fisherman, all the resources, they go to Honduras and Guatemala, and this happen point blank. And I never just got the video and keep it to myself. I send it out to the fisheries department to see, everybody who could play a role. I never get a call back for sending me a bus. But these things have to stop. Fishermen right now not to pay their bills. Lobster season closed, conch season closed. Pan paper for who laugh. But no enforcement. Then they eat, we eat tilapia when they eat the fillet snapper and that if we're lucky with tilapia. You know what I mean? So that was prime time for make we step up people and knowing that what good for the geese, good for the Ghana, and more than that, we're good for Belizean. That for make we keep a resource that Belize. And I asked the fisheries department just recently, could you tell me how much revenue we're losing? We have to go back to government and revenue. How much revenue we're losing in illegal fishing activity? They don't even have the least idea, Mose. If I could say, just an guesstimate, I could say we lose 5 million a year, and you need to invest 1 million, which will bring back 4. Any smart business, not even smart, any businessman want to jump on that. We need enforcement, meaningful enforcement. You got to be whereby with a do the right thing, the right salary for the right people. You know, so without enforcement, we're not going nowhere. And then down that PG, one of the crisis where a lot of fishers, they call me and with the back and forth right now at the fish trap, and we're really in a negotiation with that. And people have to feed their family, but they have a way out to do it. The fish trap, they kill down in a PG, in at the Port Honduras Marine Reserve. So thanks to the Hyde team, Chavo and crew, and how they work with we, and we just have to do this in a really meaningful manner for all. For just people know that we do this for the betterment of Belize now. So we're all in this together. But enforcement at the elephant in the room, and they keep with Coast Guard, get some pretty drone, night vision, this, that, and broad daylight, 12 o'clock. 12 lunchtime, not far from the base. This is where my friend have to enforce. He gets there from out I think California or whatever. You know, so it's just too much is given, much is expected.
You say the hardest man if you wake up that the man will not sleep.
You say it best, Mose.
Even respect.
Yes, man.
Always.
Appreciate it.
We take a last break, come back and wrap up for today.
Stay connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
Nokshe Adventure Park came about from the birth of COVID. Everything was on pause for tourism. So we decided, let's do something different. We got 10 bikes, 10 ATVs, and we were just doing ATV tours. Shortly after, we were approached by the cruise lines. We agreed to work with them, and from them it just started growing. We set up the chocolate tour first, and then from there we went into the culinary experience with the different Mayan cultures. We have like the gift shop, the cooking class, the shaman, and the healing, and it just all came together. When you reach a certain point, you need investors, you need partners to come into your business. Atlantic Bank just make it easy. Even my 7-year-old could do it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
This Mother's May, celebrate the woman who makes the house feel like home all month long. Great deals like 15% off bathroom and kitchen fixtures from Mose, Hansgrohe, and Duraflow. Plus 15% off Hispasensa tiles, Stormguard windows, and 40% off Sunlight windows. And 15% off Berger paints and huge savings on clearance colors. So come in to Habet and Abet or Brothers Abet, call us or WhatsApp us today and make this Mother's May one to remember. Happy Mother's Day to all marvelous moms.
You're up against some tough challenges. But not all heavy-duty lubricants can handle the pressure. Until now. Introducing Ridgeline Lubricants. A homegrown solution engineered right here to solve the hurdles you face every day. Backed by experts who understand the ups and downs of where you're operating and what's at stake. Specially formulated to protect your equipment so you can push past grueling hours, heavy loads, and harsh conditions to reach for greater productivity. Ridgeline Lubricants. Long live your equipment.
The Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing hereby advises the public of the commencement of works for temporary bridge crossings at 2 locations in Belize City. The first temporary bridge crossing is being constructed near the Belcan Bridge, extending between the Belize Water Services Limited (BWSL) parking lot on the south side and the vacant lot adjacent to the Save You store on the north side. Construction of a second temporary bridge crossing near the Swing Bridge between the Bottom Dollar parking area and Regent Street West is scheduled to commence during the week of May 18, 2026. Works at both locations generally include driving of foundation piles, placement of bridge girders, construction of reinforced concrete deck structures, associated marine and support works. To facilitate construction activities, barges and other marine equipment may be positioned within the Haulover Creek and may remain in place until work is completed. The temporary bridge structures are being constructed to maintain public access and traffic circulation during the planned reconstruction of the Swing Bridge and Belcan Bridge later this year. MIDH advises all mariners and users of the Haulover Creek that active construction zones will be in effect at both locations. As such, all marine vessels are hereby advised that a no-wake zone will be enforced for approximately 200 feet on either side of each construction area. Operators of marine vessels and all users of the Haulover Creek are asked to exercise caution when navigating through work zones, observe all posted signage and safety instructions, reduce speed and comply with no-wake restrictions, remain attentive to construction personnel and equipment, extend courtesy and cooperation with workers on site. The Ministry thanks the public and the maritime community for their patience, understanding, and cooperation as we work to modernize and improve the nation's infrastructure. For further information on the project, please contact the Project Execution Unit at 614-3195.
Vibes, Mose wrapping up for today. We give thanks for our guest, Ewart Garbett, for coming all the way from down south to come and engage with way, enlighten way, inspire way. Give thanks to Uno, where take the time out of your busy morning for listening to our bit, watch our bit, call in. Give thanks Brother Will for link. Colin Moore, salute. I work on a multiple floor 30 for your barbecue. We're going to give you a special price too for that. Give thanks to the team, Larry G, the Creme Radio, the Glue, Cliff, and directing this morning, Harlan Wagner. Have a great Monday. Health and strength. We'll come back tomorrow morning at 6:30 for the Tuesday morning edition of the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. As always, stand strong, stand firm. For now, run!
Show my people, believe our hopes are to needless reason. Nobody feeling found is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect on selfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to be obeyed. And all the things that must happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize.